And now we have Kelly O'Donnell from NBC News joining us by phone. Kelly, what do we know now?
Well, Chris, this scene is really dramatic, and it is frightening in many ways because of how you're looking at the pictures. I've been across that bridge. You see how severe the damage is. I have seen a parade of ambulances, as many as 10 or 12 in a single line. There are lights flashing and sirens everywhere around us here. Police, of course, are very concerned about wanting to make as much open access to get the heavy equipment in to try to relieve the brakes to get at people. It has been chaotic. We are expecting that within the next 15 to 20 minutes we may get some official information from some of the authorities here on the scene to bring us up to date with the latest. But it has been a really scary scene for commuters. As you know, this is a main artery at a very busy time of day, and this will be tied up for quite a long time, and people are very concerned about the fate of those who've still been in that scene.
Tell me about the evacuation efforts so far. Do we have any details about getting people off those trains? We're looking at the picture, as you said.
Yes, well, what they've been doing is bringing in heavy equipment to try to open it up to get access. And one of the issues has been, Chris, as you can understand, there isn't a head count for how many people were on a given train at a specific time. And that's been one of the concerns, exactly how many people are here. We know of at least 2 fatalities. We know of severe injuries. And one of the concerns is just knowing the extent of this tragedy, because you just don't have a manifest as you would on an airplane or a Amtrak-style rail kind of carrier. This is an everyday commuter, and we don't know exactly how many people are involved just now.
Let me ask you about the word. This came in at 5 o'clock today. The train, let me just check your facts here, check my facts. As I reported them, a 6 train, Red Line, it's called. It's one of the lines that serves the Washington, D.C. area, the metropolitan area, was headed out of town at 5 p.m. Eastern tonight. The train, the 6-car train, jumped the rails. Now, did we know if it hit an oncoming train on a separate track? How did the collision occur?
Well, I can't give you a definitive answer, but you can see that the trains are stacked, and we've just learned that the National Transportation Safety Board top officials will be here shortly. They're going to send upon this scene with all of their expertise to try to assess how this happened and the extent of the injuries. Since I'm on the phone, you may be able to hear the sirens going on behind me. A lot of activity here. I can't dissect what caused the accident at this point. That's going to be one of the big questions for officials after they get through the worst of the acute nature of this accident.
Well, I just want to run through this. I think I've been reporting that this is a very well-run commuter system. This is going to strike the people of Washington especially as a real shock, because that system has been run very well. It's a clean system. It's remarkable for public transportation in this country to have a clean system with no graffiti and very little crime. It's an amazingly clean, streamlined system, and here we have this first big havoc.
And, Chris, you know, on a weekday, there are more than 700,000 commuters on this entire system, and easily on weekends, that number with tourists this time of the year certainly can be very, very high. What officers here are saying is they're describing this as a mass casualty event, and that's a very descriptive term for what they're having to deal with here. Chris?
Thank you very much, Kelly O'Donnell. We're going to continue to update you on this metro crash in Washington as we learn more.